Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing well and staying safe, but today is your opportunity to become the yogis that I always knew that you could be. But stop right there, because I already know what you're thinking. Lexi, I did not sign up for something like this, but we all knew this was going to come at some point, so just humor me. But before we begin, I'd like to address how we have been talking about yoga throughout the entire semester. We have learned how to bog down those stereotypes. We have a better understanding of the benefits of yoga. We learn to connect the mental and the spiritual. And most importantly, we have learned that yoga is for everyone. And today I want to use this short amount of time that we have to do a quick seated exercise together and to try to forget about all the stresses going on around us, whether it's finals coming up, the current pandemic situation, or if you're just feeling a little bit anxious today, let's all just take a break from the world. We will be doing this quick seated exercise, and as Yoga with Adriene says, to always find what feels good for you and your body, and just don't get discouraged by all the things that we're doing today just because it's your chance to take a break, try to ease into finding your flow and being able to breathe as well. So now would be a perfect time to pause the video and grab either a mat, a blanket, or a towel, and we can begin. But before we get into the practice, I would like to, I'm on my Canon camera today because Canvas is not working with me, but this is my plant table where I have my plants. We have some essential oils in here, and then we have crystals like this here is obsidian. We got amethyst down there, but this is my area where I really feel comfortable in doing my practice, and my mat is right here. And then in here I have some positive things to read, but so my advice to you in that is just to find a space where you feel extremely comfortable to do your practice. So let's get into it. We're going to start into a seated position, and we are just going to start with breathing how we have done before in class, where we inhale through the nose and we sharp exhale at the mouth, but we're going to put a little movement in with that. On the inhale, we're going to want to raise our arms up. But when you go up, make sure you're holding like a beach ball up there. So inhale, exhale, and we'll do our little yogi pose. So let's do that a couple more times. Feel free to shut your eyes. Focus on your breath. Let's do 2 more of these. And on this last one, make sure to stretch all the way up. You can look up if you'd like. And bring it back down. Perfect. Now we're going to do a small seated twist. So take your left hand, put it on your right leg, and walk your fingers back behind you. And do a gentle twist in the right side of the body. Now make sure you're not gripping too hard on this knee. Try to ease up and not have a lot of tension. But breathe into it. Okay, we can switch sides. So right hand to the left knee, walk those fingers back. And try to just ease into it. Make sure nothing's tense. If your jaw is clenching, unclench it. If your shoulders are hiked, drop them down. Just try to make it as easy as possible for yourself. Perfect. Now, let's do one of my favorite parts of the practices that some of the teachers do. It's taking the time for self-love, and the way that we're going to do this is we're going to take our right hand and bring it to your left shoulder and gently start massaging. This is something that we don't normally take time to do. We forget how it feels to just take care of our bodies in the moment. You know, like we tend to get really tense and stressed all the time, but just bringing awareness that you're here for your body is always good. Now let's do the other side. So you go onto the right shoulder with your left hand, but on this side, try to think of an intention for your day. Maybe it's to be a little more productive. You could want to be more active today. It's a beautiful day outside, so maybe you want to do something out there, or maybe you just want to relax. Either way, just think about what you want to set an intention for yourself as you're breathing. Perfect. Now, I know that we didn't get into too much crazy stuff today, but I just wanted to bring into the awareness that you're able to breathe and do these moves at the same time. So we also have a limited amount of time, and I'm on a different camera, so this is a little different, but I did want to thank everyone for taking the time to practice with us today, and I'm happy that we all got to experience this together. But you shouldn't shy away from doing yoga just because either you have a time constraint or maybe some self-doubt around the practice, because it's only going to hinder your growth in the long run. And yoga is that thing that can really help us just be still in the moment. And I'd like to sum up this practice with one of my favorite quotes that Adriene has said, and it really hit me hard because I was like, you know what, I always just want to be happy. And what she had said, she says, happiness is not a place, it is a direction. And when you start to think about it, you're like, yeah, you don't just wake up one day and all of a sudden you're happy. It's you take steps to move towards that happiness, and yoga is something that we all can do together to reach that happiness in the long run. So given that, I just wanted to say thank you again for coming and attending, and I hope everyone ends their semester awesome. But let's bow our heads together, put your hands, and namaste. Thank you so much.